Hey everyone, Val here, and I have just fixed my fiber drink and I have my vitamins. I'm gonna eat that. It's like day 3 of eating on the run. So I've been doing some volunteer shifts at the radio station for their spring fundraiser. This is day 3 of that. I'm gonna go there, probably should get there by 8. Probably, and maybe a little after 8, and stay there till around 3, and then I'm going to run over to the Eagles where we are going to be having our craft fair tomorrow. I have everything loaded in the car. Steve helped me load it last night, and I'm going to set that up and then cover it when I'm done. There's going to be somebody in there, the people that are in charge of the craft fair. They're going to be in there watching it, and then they're going to be the last ones to lock the doors, and they're going to be the first ones in tomorrow. So they just asked that we set up but cover our stuff, and they'll watch it for us, so that's good. And then tomorrow, get there early. They're going to have some vendors outside that they're going to need to deal with. They said they have about 100 vendors, so they want as many to set up today as possible. And I'm going to be up in that area anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get set up today, and then I won't have to rush to get there in the morning, because I think they want everybody there by 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's about a 45-minute drive for me, so the more I can get done today, the less I got to do tomorrow. I stayed at the radio station last night until probably about 6:15. That's when we were supposed to stop at 6 o'clock, the fundraising. And I was answering phones, and excuse me for looking down, I'm peeling potatoes, but I was answering phones and taking donations, and they did a challenge at the very end of the day, which was very moving. So, and you know, and it really moved a lot of people also, and people called and shared their stories, and they were all very touching. And you know, I don't think there was a dry eye in the place. It was so sad, but joyous, because that we were talking about the death of a little boy that happened a few days ago in a car accident, and he was 17 and he was the only one in the car. Or he was 19, I'm sorry, he was 19, and it was very sad, but, you know, everybody leaning on God to get through it. It left us there a little bit longer than 6, which was fine. I wasn't scheduled to be there till 6, but a couple other people had commitments, and they weren't able to make it after they had signed up, so I didn't mind staying. Like I said, I'm going to stay till 3 today, and then go over and get my craft fair set up. I'm going to bring my camera with me so that I can take pictures of my setup, and we're going to hope for a good craft fair on Saturday. The fundraiser doesn't go over the weekend, but it'll start back up on Monday. We did have a good day. We met our daily goal, and that was exciting to be able to meet the goal. And they feed us really good in there, but I don't know if that's good or bad, but they had salad and pizza for lunch, and that's what I had. But then people bring in cookies and stuff all day. I try to do my best to resist that stuff. I didn't eat the cupcakes because I'm not really a cake person, but they brought big cookies, and I ate half of one, and I brought one home to Steve. Was really good. It was crumble cookie, I guess. They're kind of new in our area, and I've not tried them before, but they were good cookies. I mean, would I go out and buy them? Probably not. Just because I can bake cookies at home, and I don't think they were that special that I would go out and buy them. They were good, but they were nothing that I would go out and buy. So I am making a pot roast for dinner tonight. That's something that Steve likes. I don't know how long I'm going to be at the setup area setting up. Setting up for the, excuse me, got a frog in my throat. I don't know how long I'll be at the Eagles setting up for the craft fair today. So I wanted to go ahead and get dinner in the slow cooker. And I had bought roast the other day and I cut it in half. So I'm gonna put half of it in the slow cooker. And I've peeled some potatoes and I'm putting my potatoes in there. I'm gonna use some Uncle Steve's Competition Cow Shake. UncleSteve's.com. If you're interested in trying any of his spices, they're wonderful. So I'm gonna throw some of his cow shake on there. And I'm gonna top it with some onion. Just gonna put some chunks of onion on the top. Steve will probably pick those off anyway. Just put some flavor on her. And then I have some baby carrots. I'm gonna throw some in there. And I'm going to tell him to go ahead and eat before I get home, if he gets home before I do. Because this is not one of my favorite meals. I am not a pot roast person. So he can go ahead and eat, and if he eats it all good, he's not going to eat all that. But if he doesn't save me any, that's fine. I will eat something else in the refrigerator. So let me turn this on. This is on warm. Where did I put the cover? Oh. Over here. Put the cover on it. That's ready to go. I can put my stuff away. My dishes in the dishwasher are clean, so I don't need to mess with any of that. So I'm going to get ready and go. I will eat another breakfast on the run. I had bought some bananas. So I've been taking a banana in the car and a rice cake with some peanut butter. And that's been my breakfast. That's all I'm going to eat because they're going to feed us anyway. So I'll probably get some coffee once I get there. And I have my jug of water that I bring with me every day. And I've been bringing my knitting with me. And yesterday I finished a hat and I started another hat. I do that when it gets slow. So I can sit there and knit at my station, and then when the phone rings, I just set the hat down and I answer the phones. So it's working out fine. I get a little bit of my knitting in and get some socializing in and do some volunteer work. So it's all good. Anyway, let me get going. I will show you my booth once I get it set up this afternoon, and then head on home, and tomorrow's the craft fair. Here's the pot roast. I thought I'd give you a look at the pot roast before I head on out. Let me put away my things that I was using, and I'm going to get on the road. Alright, I didn't record my setup yesterday, but we are setting up early on Saturday morning for the event, and this is what the inside looks like. And this is my table.
Because people want to hear it, they want to see it. Yeah, exactly.
Get the booties.
I always thought, yeah. And I never had somebody, I've only had
And my two quilts are one's a table runner. So this is where I'm going to sit. There's a few extra chairs here if needed, but that's my table. Wish me luck. The rest of the people are still getting set up. Well, it's Sunday afternoon, and I didn't finish the video last night. The craft fair was more like a vendor fair. It wasn't just crafts, but had different people selling different items. They weren't all craft items. There were a lot of vendors there. There was probably 50, 75, 100 vendors there. I don't know, but there was a lot of vendors there. It did rain, so the vendors that were outside, some of them left, and then some of them, there was space inside because there were a few vendors that didn't show up, so they moved some of the vendors inside. That was strike number 1. Strike number 2 was, I don't think it was advertised because there seemed to be like no foot traffic, and friends of mine came in because we went out to dinner last night with some friends, and she said her mom knows where all the craft fairs and all the things are going on, and her mom didn't know anything about it. So I'm thinking it wasn't well advertised at all. There really wasn't a lot of foot traffic, and sales were terrible. So everybody experienced the same thing. There were no sales. So needless to say, I won't be doing that again. Not for that group. So I don't know if it was the location, the lack of advertising, I don't know, the rain. I don't think the rain had much to do with it because I would go out in the rain to something if I wanted to go to it. Anyway, it didn't work, so I will probably look for another craft fair, choose wisely, and maybe do another one this summer or in the fall. I know I'll be doing the one with the Women's Club in November, so I just got to make sure that that's on the schedule. And we'll just go from there. I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to, I'm a little disappointed, but, it is what it is. Can't go back and change things. Then the dinner last night, we went out to dinner. Service was terribly slow at the Outback in Fredericksburg. Food was okay. Not bad. Kim did say her meal was cold. How long did it sit? I don't know. Mine wasn't hot, but it was warm. At least my food was warm. So, it was nice hanging out with Kim and Thomas and talking about our cruises and trying to see where we're going to go on our next cruise. And we'll just see what happens. Besides that, just came home. I took a nap. I was tired. I came home and kind of dozed off. But slept good last night. Went to church this morning. Been working on my Bible study for Tuesday. And I'm just going to chill tonight. I think we have an episode of Survivor to catch up on. And we have an episode of Deal or No Deal Island to catch up on. Steve's getting ready to throw some burgers on the grill outside. I'm going to throw some French fries on. And I think we're going to call that dinner. So that's it. I kind of have a choppy little video going from Friday to Saturday to Sunday. The radio station's doing really great. Their fundraiser is going really, really well. I am going to be going again tomorrow. It's going to be one more week, so I'm going to be going tomorrow. I'm not sure how late I will stay. It'll depend on how much help they have and how busy they are with phone calls. But hopefully they hit their goal. They're on track to. If they keep going how they're going now, they're on track to hitting their goal, which is great. And keep the radio station on the air because it's 100% viewer funded or listener funded, and it's Christian music. It's uplifting. It's just, I listen to it all the time. It's the only thing I listen to anymore. So I truly enjoy it. Anyway, let me go help with the dinner. I will catch you all hopefully on tomorrow's video. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to. And remember, it's all about the adventure. Even if sometimes the adventures aren't what we're expecting them to be. All right, y'all have a great evening. Bye now.